Times used to be that if you wanted to make a production, you had to get a multi-million-dollar studio behind you. You had to have big contracts. You had to have a huge payroll. You had to have an overhead that was an overhead of an overhead. Well, those times don't exist anymore because we've got outfits like Legion M. I'm speaking with Paul and Jeff, the principals behind Legion M, who are going to explain why the game has changed. Gentlemen, thank you very much for speaking with us.
Thank you. We appreciate being here.
Now, what is Legion M?
So, Legion M, well, we just launched today at Silicon Valley Comic-Con. Legion M is the world's first fan-owned entertainment company. So for the first time in history, we're allowing fans to come in, be a part of our company, the creation of the company, not only as like the creative and getting involved in the process, but having an investment in the projects. So for the first time in history, we're allowed to allow those fans to make an investment. We'll give actual shares. They'll own a piece of the company. And as we create content and bring it to market, they'll come along for the ride.
Jeff, this seems to be sort of a natural progression of what we've seen in fan-studio interaction. It used to be, well, fans might have a little bit of input. You might have a popular character that you want to be played out. Then it became, well, fans could actually support. You could crowdsource. You could crowdfund a production that you really wanted to see going. This seems to be the next level, which is, it's not just that we'll take your input, it's not just that we'll take your money, but we'll actually help you create.
Absolutely. I mean, you hit the nail right on the head. It's really, when you look at how powerful Kickstarter and Indiegogo and platforms are like that for creating new projects, but also the engagement that it creates between the fan and the artist, for the fan to really be a part of a project. And we're taking that whole thing to an entirely new level, because now it's not, you're not just involved with the funding in it, but you truly are an owner of it. And if this content is successful, you're going to get a return. And it takes that magic and takes it to a whole new level that's really exciting.
I mean, it always is nice to see something that you've helped to fund or you've helped to give ideas to make it to the big screen. But you're right, if you actually have an investment in it, if you can receive part of your investment back by producing something that people love, well, that's that next level. I got to ask either of you. Yeah. There are going to be those who say, wait a minute, a movie, a production, a serious piece of content has one director, one producer, one person who has the vision, who assembles it, who makes it look and feel the way he or she wants it to look. And then they're going to say, but it sounds like this is anarchy. This is multiple voices coming in. Don't you put too many chefs in the kitchen?
That's absolutely right. I mean, Legion M is about empowering the creators. Everybody knows that great art isn't created by committee. So we want the fan, the Legion, we want them to get involved and get behind these creators, right? They can help us discover new creators, and I think that's an amazing opportunity. But, if we're working with Stupid Buddy Studios, the creators of Robot Chicken, we know that they know how to create great content, and they have a loyal fan base. We're part of their fan base. We want to support them in their next endeavor. Now, with that said, we do also want the fans to feel involved and to have a voice. So it's a balancing act, but we'll be working with the creators and helping them acknowledge that they have a fan base that they can go to when they need an opinion on something. A lot of times the director will be working on something. It's not timely to go get a focus group together or do anything like that. In this case, if they have a casting question or a wardrobe question or even something more important than that, they have the fan base accessible to them. And so as a fan, you will have authenticated access to this entire experience. You'll get to see everything that's going on behind the scenes. You will do live streams from the set. We'll have periodic conference calls with the director and the cast. We'll allow for polling and voting on certain things. We may actually take a series of pilots and put them out to the fan base and say, hey, look, we've got 5 different projects that we're looking at. What do you guys think of these? And get that feedback and use that input to guide us.
All right, let's get down to brass tacks.
All right.
Let's say I'm an aspiring artist. I'm an aspiring creator. I'm talent. I'm an editor. I'm a camera person. I want to be involved. Yep. I come to Legion M. What can you do for me? Who can you connect me with? How can you make my project, my dream, come to life?
Great question. So right now there's just a contact form on the website, and so if you want to be involved or if you've got an idea, you can submit it there. We're not actively soliciting submissions right now, but we expect to be, and there'll be a process, and if you sign up now, then you'll be on the list once that stuff comes out. But like Paul said, a big part of this is we want to empower creators. We've got an amazing creative alliance with the Stupid Buddies guys and Meltdown and Animal Repair Shop, and part of what we're doing is developing projects that are in their pipeline, the things that they've created that are, that are a perfect fit to be built by the fans. But the other part of it is we want to use them and the Legion to discover this next generation of talent and provide the mentorship and infrastructure that allows them to be successful.
Gentlemen, this is fantastic. This is exciting. This is a sort of announcement that you hope to hear at a Comic-Con or two, because you're actually letting the people in this audience come and bring their ideas to the screen. So, kudos to you. Now,
thank you.
If
We
they wanted to
appreciate
find out more about Legion M, if they wanted to find out about the two of you, if they wanted to read about how this idea came to be, where should they go?
They should go to thelegionm.com. It's our website. It's got a lot of information about our background, the team, our creative allies, the type of projects we're going to get involved in, and you can also reserve your share. If it's interesting to you, you can reserve your share. Again, it's a non-binding commitment, so if you change your mind later, that's no problem. We won't hold a grudge against you. But if you do decide to invest, you've locked in your spot when we do the IPO this summer.
Paul, Jeff, thank you so very much. Thank you for sharing your vision.
Thank you, Padre.
And folks, if you're looking for the latest content, just remember, our name is Legion, and we are many.